What's going on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok? It's me, Mr. Wade. I'm your host. Wait a minute, POV. We're going to get into these videos. And just remember, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Sharing is caring. Like, comment, subscribe. So, you know what to do. Let's get it. Yee!
Fire up this funk. Fire up this funk.
I'm on a big mountain in Hawaii, like 3,000 feet up.
Oprah State, which is about 36 miles from Lahaina, is also believed to be out of harm's way.
Billionaire Oprah Winfrey has purchased 870 acres of land on the Hawaiian island of Maui. The media mogul shelled out just $6.6 million for the agricultural land in the Kula upcountry, adding to her expansive portfolio that includes hundreds of acres in the Kula and Hana districts. Winfrey has been a part-time resident of Maui for many years, just the latest one-percenter to put down roots in Hawaii and add to mounting gentrification pressures for locals. Mark Zuckerberg and wife Priscilla Chan made headlines when they spent $53 million on several hundred acres on Kauai in 2014, shelling out an additional $120 million on subsequent expansions. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos scooped up 14 acres on Maui in November 2021 for $78 million, and reportedly has locals worried as he continues to scout out additional estates. Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison owns 98% of the island of Lanai, enjoying a monopoly-like control as a landlord, boss, or both.
In the 2010 thriller, it's wiped out by a tsunami. But as the wildfires burned yesterday, the neighborhood looked more like a war zone.
Don't you think it's weird that 15 billionaires are building bunkers? Listen carefully, it's scary. In the last week, a jaw-dropping 15 billionaires secretly constructed underground bunkers. Billionaires such as Mark Zuckerberg, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, and even President Biden are rushing to build their own bunkers. Conspiracy theorists aren't buying that this is just a coincidence. So what do our wealthy elites apparently know that we don't? With global tensions at an all-time high, some speculate it's related to looming worldwide chaos. Are billionaires preparing for economic collapse, natural disaster, or even nuclear war? The timing is extremely suspicious. One truth is clear. These bunkers are not for show. They're fully equipped high-tech shelters stockpiled with years of supplies. But what terrifying threat has so worried the powers that be? Some just see paranoid panic. But could billionaires truly be receiving inside warnings of impending catastrophe? If the richest humans are now seeking shelter, should the rest of us start developing our own escape plans just in case?
You know what I find funny about that situation right there is that nobody's talking about how they're trying to like rebuild that place. Okay, me and my wife were just saying too about how there's really nobody being interviewed. I saw a couple of cases where people were crying, talking about how the water got turned off and all that stuff though, but nobody's talking about kids missing, nobody, and that's, I mean, I'm saying like, God bless if there's nobody injured like that though, but the death toll has to be higher than what it is. And then the only thing that these people are doing, Zuckerberg and Oprah and God knows who else, just buying up their land. That's it. No help, no nothing. The donation of the $10 million and all of that stuff. And then they talk about other people can donate. Stop. Y'all could probably rebuild that place all by yourself, especially you, Miss O. But yeah, let's move on to the next.
Oprah Winfrey has been securing Maui land like it's a trending bestseller. In just 2023, she invested in a vast 520-acre plot for $3.89 million, then went for another 330 acres at $2.47 million, not to mention the 10-acre patches she bought in 2022 for $100,000 each. From a mere 100 acres in Maui, Oprah now commands over 1,000 acres. But here's the twist. Amidst this real estate surge, a sudden fire happens, destroying homes nearby, but leaving her vast terrains unscathed. Does that ring a bell? Think back to 2017. A deadly fire consumed homes near her Montecito mansion, yet once again, Oprah's property emerged untouched. And after that event, she expanded her Montecito land holdings to a whopping 70 acres, even snapping up a 4-acre complex in 2019, which was decimated by mudslides shortly after the 2017 fire.
It's stunning to monitor the media's lack of interest in the whole Maui story. I've been in this business for 30 years. I'm stunned, but I'm not surprised. The incident seems to be the story here, right? But the the true story the media knows it is not allowed to tell. Is it a coincidence that the Maui police chief is the same man who was in charge in Las Vegas during that massacre that killed 58 people? Is it a coincidence that the Maui property, owned by million and billionaires, it wasn't touched by the flames while homes of the locals all burned?
What she fails to also mention is how the media hasn't even once interviewed a grieving parent. Not a single parent looking for their children. Not a single interview with a child. Not a single interview with the schools.
Was it a coincidence that the largest system of outdoor emergency sirens in the world never made a sound as the fire devoured Lahaina? Was it a coincidence that at the same time, very same time, all the water was turned off? Was it a coincidence that police were ordered to block off streets and to funnel all the cars trying to escape? Think about this coincidence. That governor also signed an emergency proclamation on July 17th, 3 weeks before the fire, about housing of all things. Is it a coincidence that the government put up a black fence around Lahaina, or that the FAA grounded all drones from flying over the affected areas? Is it a coincidence that since at least 2011 there have been plans to make Maui the first smart city run by 100% renewable energy? And that it must be a coincidence then that the locals whose homes did not burn are now being evicted from their property. And of course, a total coincidence that all the fact who are checking these facts, who say everything I just told you is just a coincidence, are also owned and run by BlackRock.
This lady says she's been doing this for 30 years. And she's all the coincidences, and she just putting it on blast. And I don't blame her, because all of the lies that the media tells us and everything, and all of these millionaires, billionaires doing all of this. So I applaud her, though, you know. So, hey, you know what it is? Wait a minute, POV. We coming with you another video tomorrow. So expect it. I'm here. Yeet.
Only know one way.